This quality, high-speed internet is provided by my ISP, which is T-Mobile. If you'd like to have service such as this, think of T-Mobile. Downtown North Kansas City, Missouri. Actually, it's quite pretty little downtown. Seems like a nice community. One time this was very work. A lot of blue collar. It was built around I believe a meat packing plant was a major employer down here for a long time. Armor. And the railroads, of course. Burlington Northern, Santa Fe, which at one time was just the Burlington line. And then Burlington Northern has a big yard here servicing Kansas City. And what else is it's kind of an industrial town. North Kansas City is not the main Kansas City. It's actually kind of a small town. I believe that don't quote me on this, but I think the population is about 5,000 people. And it's kind of like an inner suburb, if you will. City, the way we would think of it, it's more, I don't know. It's definitely not on the edge of town. If you drive across the river, you are right in downtown Kansas City, Missouri. And Kansas City, Missouri ceded all the land around it. There's some other communities around here too. But in an effort to survive and build their tax base in the early 1960s, they annexed all the land in the Northland that wasn't really annexed by anybody else. And a lot of it was rural land at that time. But, there were growing suburbs up here, and they wanted that tax base because south of the river, a lot of the tax base was going away. The schools were failing. Neighborhoods were the inner city neighborhoods were being wholesale abandoned and turned over to slumlords. And there's just a lot of poverty. There was no tax base that the city could count on to survive and grow, so they annexed a lot of the Northland. And even to this day, a lot of areas in the Northland are, there's a severe lack of street lights in a lot of places, sidewalks, in a lot of neighborhoods. There's even people up here who are operating off of septic systems instead of city sewers. And I mean, this is like over 50 years ago that this happened, and still to this day. If you're trying to follow me on my radar scope on Severe Studios, my thing is not moving because my iPhone is failing to allow any other device to so as I say, and if the internet quality, I don't know how good or bad it is, if it's dropping out or going in and out, as I say, just think of T-Mobile. That's my ISP. I just had a nice little walk with the doggies, and now I'm heading up to the Target up here. I believe there's a Target up here. I have to get something. I've been sent out to get something, and that's about all I can say. The weather, the last I looked, the severe stuff is all down south in Texas, or on the eastern side of Texas, in the Dallas, Fort Worth. Of course, I only glanced at it. I didn't. I work nights and I sleep during the day, and then I get like a little nap usually between 8 and 11, when I have to get up and go back. In some ways it's sort of but in other ways it kind of helps. We have children that we have to take care of, and I'm often the one that'll go pick them up in the afternoon if they need to be picked up, or be there in the afternoon to make sure they get their stuff done, and try and build a routine. It's not the most normal routine of any family, but then that's American life these days. That's life all over the world, really. If storms will fire up in the afternoon close by, then I can chase them, possibly. Weekends, if I'm not busy doing a lot of other things, I've committed to doing live streaming on Sunday mornings at the church. With the beerfluenza epidemic, there it is. My memory serves me correctly. Target. I've never been to this one, actually. Oh yeah, I have, actually. One time we went on a camping trip. My wife actually went in. I didn't go in, and she bought some things for the camper, like a adventure begins here, wipe your foot rug kind of thing. Now my ISP used to be Sprint, and Sprint is a Kansas City based company, but they had been kind of struggling for a long time, and recently the T-Mobile was allowed to purchase them by the government, deregulation and everything. And so all the Sprint pretty much gone now. It's all now T-Mobile. And so like I say, that's my service provider. So bear that in mind. Drive up. Yeah, that used to have loads of handicap parking at the entrances of these stores, and now they have loads of drive-up parking and handicap. So, but I never really mind. Actually, a lot of times I purposely will go. Actually, I'll do that today. I way out at the edge, with my in these spots, these butt end spots, so that I know that at least one side of my car won't get dinged. I like this spot better, but I like to back into this spot. And we always have our dogs with us, and if they need to get out and go potty, these little end spots are good. But when we travel these days, we use a little camper, an Itasca Navion, which is a pretty small camper, but it's good enough for us. And so we like to park way out at the edge so that we're not blocked in by people, and we can open the door and let the doggies out, and one in and gets our necessities. We can sit in these little curb areas, put a lawn chair out, and yep, jingle bells, jingle bells, jingle bells. Anyway, so we're here, get used to it.